I'm Ben Meiselas from the MeidasTouch Network. Donald Trump continues to threaten the special counsel, Jack Smith, who is investigating Donald Trump's potential criminal conduct. Not only that, Donald Trump is attacking Jack Smith's wife and now Jack Smith's sister-in-law in these recent posts. In this post from earlier in the day, Donald Trump called Jack Smith a weaponized monster. Here, let me go through some of these posts for you, and then at the end, let me explain to you why not only are these posts completely deranged and offensive, but they also likely form the basis of independent crimes of obstruction. But let's read the posts. So Donald Trump wrote on his social media platform about Jack Smith: "This fully weaponized monster, Jack Smith, shouldn't be let anywhere near the political persecution of, quote, President Donald J. Trump, end quote. I did nothing wrong on January 6th and nothing wrong with the Democrats' fix on the document hoax, that is, unless the 6 previous presidents did something wrong also. When will you invade Bill and Hillary's home in search of the 33,000 emails she deleted after receiving a subpoena from the U.S. Congress? When will you invade the other presidents' homes in search of documents which are voluminous, which they took with them, but not nearly so openly and transparently as I did?" And Trump makes a lot of other statements, but can we break this down for a moment here? So Donald Trump here is admitting to the underlying crime. He is admitting that he stole the records, the government records, including top secret records. Then he spreads conspiracies about all of the other presidents, which the other presidents did not take government records and steal government records. Those records went through a process with the National Archives where some records went to a presidential library, but these presidents, past presidents, did not steal top secret records and then obstruct the Department of Justice. And the National Archives, NARA, has also put forth a statement that 100% Donald Trump's statements that other presidents took records or stole records is 100% false. Then they go, when will you invade Bill and Hillary's home in search of the 33 emails she deleted? What you should also know there is that there was indeed an investigation that took place. And unlike Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton cooperated in all respects with respect to that investigation that already transpired many years ago, where Comey made actually the improper and outrageous decision to politicize things prior to an election that never had actually transpired before. But nonetheless, Hillary Clinton's actually been cooperative. She wasn't tweeting out on social media. She went through the normal process and normal channels, and there was zero evidence at all that she improperly took any documents, period. And the National Archives confirmed that none of the presidents took or stole other records. So that was that post, Donald Trump admitting to the crime. Let's go to the next post. So he's posting something from someone named Paul Perry on his social media platform. And this goes and attacks the sister-in-law of the special counsel. It says, breaking, the sister-in-law of special counsel Jack Smith compared Trump winning the White House to the 9/11 attacks, according to a blog she wrote after his 2016 election. And like Smith's wife, she contributed money to the Biden for President and Biden Victory Fund in 2020, FEC records show. A New York psychotherapist, Smith's sister-in-law, I'm not going to read her name, advised her, quote, crying, sobbing patients to, quote, resist and, quote, fight Trump's administration. Quote, Trump was triggering for people. They felt threatened. By the way, I see no lies there at all. The next statement is, on the same post, he goes, quoting, I believe, the special counsel's sister-in-law, quote, I felt so scared myself, so utterly without hope, so depressed, the sister-in-law wrote on November 19, 2016. I woke up to the same feeling of dread I recalled after the attacks of 9/11. Then Trump responds to that and says, And am I supposed to get a fair shake from this person who is under tremendous pressure from his family, but he is actually worse than they are? Can Republicans and fair-minded people generally allow this to happen? Jack Smith is nothing less than a hitman for Obama, his Attorney General Eric Holder, and Andrew Weissman. Weaponization, our country is in big trouble, a real mess. More conspiracies there. And how low can you possibly go? I mean, the depths of depravity here. I mean, first attacking the special counsel's wife and then attacking his sister-in-law. Are you absolutely kidding me? I mean, how absurd can you be? And here he's not done. He keeps on posting more of these conspiracies and more of these deranged statements about Jack Smith's wife and Jack Smith's sister-in-law and Jack Smith's mother-in-law. Here, this is what he says. Breaking. The Democrat wife of special counsel Jack Smith, who was appointed to investigate Trump, makes liberal documentaries that are backed and financed by leftist globalist George Soros. Federal tax records show Smith's wife, I'm not going to read her name, films include a hagiography about Michelle Obama. Moreover, Jack Smith's late mother-in-law, I'm not going to read her name, was a George Soros Senior Justice Fellow at the Open Society Foundation, according to records. So again, more attacks on Jack Smith's wife, Jack Smith's mother-in-law, Jack Smith's sister-in-law. He goes on to post another one here about now Jack Smith's wedding. He goes, breaking. Sources say that in 2011, new special counsel Jack Smith personally asked Clinton-appointed federal judge Nicholas Garifas to officiate his wedding to Democrat activists. I'm not going to read his wife's name. President Clinton nominated and appointed Garifas, a Democrat and DNC donor, to the New York bench in 2000. Yet Biden Attorney General Garland claims Smith is, quote, impartial and will conduct an, quote, independent investigation of Republican former President Trump. I mean, again, this is, when Donald Trump tries to claim, for example, in the Southern District of Florida litigation, when he files a frivolous lawsuit there that the federal judge who's a Clinton appointee can't, Judge Don Middlebrooks can't make the appropriate ruling because he was a Clinton appointee, and then Trump tries to get it in front of Eileen Cannon, and Judge Eileen Cannon, who doesn't uphold her oath, but Judge Middlebrooks in the Southern District of Florida, who does. But talking about Judge Garifas, I mean, the one fun fact, though, about Judge Garifas, who is mentioned here, Judge Garifas made a ruling in 2020 that the acting Homeland Security Director at the time, Chad Wolf, who was, again, acting, but was never actually appointed. And he was the one who tried to, make all of these orders that would rescind DACA after, by the way, Judge Garifas enjoined or stopped the rescission of DACA in 2018. And then when Chad Wolf, the acting Secretary of Homeland Security, tried to engage in a ton more cruel conduct with all of his agency action, what Judge Garifas said is, look, you were never even appointed. Like, you're not appointed. All of your orders, all of your agency conduct is therefore improper, and ultra vires is completely outside your authority because you were never appointed. You are essentially... You've acted unlawfully all this time as the head of the Homeland Security Department because you were never actually appointed, Chad Wolf. Like, your very existence is unlawful. And by the way, that was the right ruling because he was never actually appointed and confirmed as he was supposed to be. And so, again, we have these deranged and, frankly, criminal statements attacking Jack Smith, attacking Jack Smith's now late mother-in-law, attacking Jack Smith's wife, attacking Jack Smith's sister-in-law. I mean, this is as offensive as you get. And by the way, it's criminal. Attacking a prosecutor's family and spreading these lies with the intent, clearly with the intent to obstruct the underlying investigation into your crimes. I mean, that very much fits the definition of an obstruction charge. And I have no doubt at all that Jack Smith is going to hold these up as exhibits in a future prosecution against Donald Trump and form the basis of independent obstruction of justice counts. And by the way, will count as threats against the prosecutor. When Trump was the president, Bill Barr helped him get away with this stuff where, Bill Barr, as the head of the Department of Justice, the Attorney General, he would, allow Trump to tweet these things. But all that stuff is crimes. And, Trump at the time would claim that he's cloaked with all of these immunities because he was at that time the president. But saying this stuff now as a private citizen and threatening the actual executive branch, threatening a special counsel, is criminal conduct. And Jack Smith is the kind of person who has prosecuted obstruction of justice at an international level against war criminals. I mean, this kind of wannabe fascism by Trump right here is nothing to a Jack Smith, but beyond despicable conduct here. We will keep you posted on more developments relating to the special counsel and Donald Trump's threats there too here on the MeidasTouch Network. Do me a favor. Hit the subscribe button. We're on our way to 1 million subscribers thanks to your support. We just passed 700,000. We're on our way to 1 million. We're just close to 750,000 already. So please hit the subscribe button right now. Also, check out our new podcast. It's called American PSYOP. Wherever you get your podcast, search it. It's one of the top podcasts. It's a true crime thriller produced by the MeidasTouch Network, American PSYOP, American PSYOP. And also check us out at patreon.com/MeidasTouch. Please consider becoming a patron of the MeidasTouch Network. There's lots of exclusive content you can only get at patreon.com/MeidasTouch. You'll love the exclusive content there, but most importantly, help grow this independent media platform. We're not funded by any outside investors at all. So we're 100% independent, only accountable to you wherever you are in the world. If you want to help grow this thing, no worries if you can't, but if you can, check out patreon.com/MeidasTouch. Until next time, I'm Ben Meiselas.
At MeidasTouch, we are unapologetically pro-democracy, and we demand justice and accountability. That's why we're spreading our message to Convict 45. That's right, gear up right now with your Convict 45 tees and pins at store.MeidasTouch.com. That's store.MeidasTouch.com.